Hey everyone, I'm back. I was talking about how I broke my plateau and finally started to consistently, or at least more consistently, because plateaus are normal, lose weight back in 2014. That it was when my mom left town. I didn't want to depend on my younger brother, who was the only driver in the house with my mom gone. I didn't want to depend on him. And so I just started eating a lot less food. Not starvation, but I mean, like, for instance, where I would normally have poured a big bowl of cereal thinking I'm eating one serving. I don't know why I'm not losing weight. And, I started measuring it out and stuff. And I'm like, wait, like, okay, this is one serving size. Okay, like, I started eating like one sandwich instead of two sandwiches. Or actually, how I would do it is I would, what could have been one sandwich, I would turn them into two open face sandwiches. So I would still feel like I was eating two sandwiches, but it could have just been one, if you know what I mean, because it was one slice of bread per sandwich and stuff. But I mean, I would do things like that. By the way, I was vegetarian at the time, so my meat was the turkey tofurkey meat. That's what I was using. And also Light Life, I think the name of it. Also a vegetarian meat. I would get those like slices and stuff, whatever. So anyway, why am I telling you guys this? Because I have been bouncing around the 290s, from the mid 290s to the late 290s into the early 300s. Today I took my weight and I was 298.5. When I did my anniversary video, like, couple of weeks ago or so, I maybe a little more than a couple weeks ago now, I was 295.2. And I'm really exhausted with the up and down bullshit. And how I usually break out of the up and down is by doing something different. So one of the things I've been doing as of late has been getting back into my 10,000 steps, because I had started to slack on the 10,000 steps a day, and I do my damnedest now to do the 10,000 steps. I was gonna like show you guys, and I'm like, I can't show you because it's on the phone that I'm recording on, unfortunately. But I was gonna be like, see how many days I made 10,000 or more steps. Anyway, in the month of September. But yeah, so that's one thing that definitely helps. But the food is a really big issue. And what hit me recently, oh, I didn't tell you guys. Okay, this is what I want to tell you. Something that happened that made that memory of what happened in 2014 hit me so hard. So recently I have been broke. Okay, broke. I'm clearly not starving. We've got electricity. Everything's good. But I don't have money right now. I'm going to have some money in a few days. I'm waiting on some Macari transactions to come through. But I'm telling you this not to like garner sympathy or anything, but it's that, I went grocery shopping the other day and I had to mentally count out how much everything was and set a mini budget. And I do mean a mini budget. Like, I told myself don't spend more than $20. I ended up spending $27 and some change, but I told myself don't spend more than $20 because money is going to be scarce until these transactions hit. I sell stuff on Macari, and until the transactions hit my bank account, then money is scarce, right? So it made me have to shop more responsibly. And I call it the scarcity mindset, but in this case, using it to my advantage to, for one, save money, and two, lose weight. And that's what I think of when I think of what happened in 2014 and how it helped me. And I'm thinking, I need to start doing that now. Like, I need to think to myself, okay, you can only spend this much money when you go into the store. So it helps me make better decisions, because I'll be honest, the grocery store is for me one of the places where I can just run down the aisles and let loose and grab whatever I want. And no, I'm not on Snap anymore. No, but I'm not on Snap or anything. I wish. Anyway, I got declined, y'all. Anyway, but no, I'm not on Snap. But I can, like, food is just one of those things where I can always try to, like, get what I want or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Is this making sense? Like, sometimes you watch these people on My 600 Pound Life or whatever, and they're like, I don't have a job. I haven't worked in 16 years and I've just been sitting at home eating. And you're like, how in the hell are you affording all this fast food if you're not working? Well, an addict will find a way, and I'm an addict. Okay, so listen, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not turning tricks or anything. No, no, no. But you understand what I'm saying. It's like food is one of those things where I will always figure out a way. I've heard people say that when they learned how to drive, like people who are like me, who are very overweight, that when they learned how to drive in high school, that they let loose and started driving to all these, or going to all these drive-throughs and just buying so much food. And I know people who their paychecks, by their own admission, goes mostly on food. And I can tell you most of my money goes on food. So food can be a very expensive habit, but in a weird way, it's like a tangible expensive habit compared to if it were me being hooked on designer goods or something. I don't know if that makes sense. But I want to start putting a leash on myself when I'm at the grocery store, because right now it's like if something sounds good, there's a good chance I'm going to grab it. Not always. Sometimes I'll say, oh no, I'm not going to get it. Like maybe next time, but I'm not going to get it. Sometimes I use that control clearly, or else I wouldn't have lost what I've lost. But not enough, or else I wouldn't still be as big as I am, if that makes any sense. So I want to start putting a leash on myself and limiting myself and budgeting myself so that I make better decisions, because I really, really want to break out of this box that I'm in right now, which is where I'm between the mid 290s and the very early 300s. I don't like this box. I want to get into the 280s, the 270s, the 260s, the 250s, 240s, 230s, 220s, two teens, low 200s, 190s, 180s, and then 175. So we will see. Please join me on this journey. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to keep you updated on how everything goes. Take care. Bye.